Over 100 nights on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, there have been those who risked it all and lost, those who walked away, and those who conquered the game. They were all so different, and yet they shared so much. They struggled, they agonized, they reached into the depths of their memories to answer questions posed across an incredible range. Ultimately, they triumphed. They earned more money in a single night than they ever imagined possible. They are the titans of our game. Tonight, and for the rest of the week, they have been gathered together to face each other and this formidable game for one last time in battle. These are the champions of Millionaire. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to Sunday night at our first ever Champions Edition. These are the best, the brightest, perhaps the luckiest people who have ever played our game. Back here once again for 4 nights of brute competition. They've graciously agreed to donate half their winnings to their favorite charity. So once again, let's meet the champions of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And they are John Carpenter, Hamden, Connecticut. Dan Blonsky, Miami, Florida. Joe Trela, Gilroy, California. Michael Shutterly, Richmond, Virginia. Rob Coughlin, Shoreline, Washington. Tim Shields, Staten Island, New York. Stephanie Girardi, Willamette, Illinois. Mike Benz, Greenville, Tennessee. Mike Avitzur, New York City. Tom Ashton, Miami, Florida. That's a great lineup of talent. We've given away a lot of money to these folks. We have 3 $1 million winners sitting right there. And then there's our 5 $500,000 winners and 2 $250,000 winners. All right, congratulations, everybody. Nice to see you all again. And this is how the game is going to work. Last week, we had a phone game playoff for all of our $250,000 winners. They were ranked based on the speed of their response. When one of our champions gets into the hot seat, their fastest finger seat will be immediately filled by the next ranked $250,000 winner. Now, to play along with our champions and see if you can beat them, log on to abc.com and then click on to the Enhanced TV logo. So once again, congratulations to all of our champions. The amount of brain power in this studio is just overwhelming. But I can see some of you did not spend your money on wardrobe. Okay, all right, Trela, very good. We'll find out a lot more about them as the game begins. So right now, why don't we just let the game start, okay? Here we go. Here's our first fastest finger question. Put the following singers in the order of their birth, starting with the most recent. Patti LaBelle, Pat Benatar, Patsy Cline, Pat Boone. Okay, everybody, time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, beginning with the most recent, Pat Benatar, then Patti LaBelle, Pat Boone, and Patsy Cline. That's the right order. Let's see who got it right at the fastest time. And the winner is Joe Trela. Yeah, Joe. Come on, Joe, let's play right now. Good to see you, Joe. So it's Joe Trela, our last $1 million winner from Gilroy, California, 25 years of age. Nice to see you again.
Thanks.
I'm sure a lot of people at home who watched our show and have wondered, what have you done with the money? With all the winners I'm talking about now, what did you do with yours?
Well, I've done a few things.
First of all, are you still working in the same place you worked before?
Right now, no. I kind of just started there, and if this hadn't happened to me, I'd definitely still be there. But I got a lot of things to do, things to sort out.
All right.
Good enough. Maybe doing something else.
So what did you do with it?
Right now, I did end up paying my brother's tuition, so
good.
Appreciate that.
That's at Notre Dame,
That's at Notre Dame, yeah.
I paid a few of those, yeah.
None so big as that, but yeah, and well, I started ripping out my mom's yard. So
going to give her a new yard.
Yeah, and I got myself a PowerBook. So
a PowerBook?
Yeah, that portable computer, an Apple.
Aha, good for you. So you got a new computer.
Yeah.
No travel yet?
Not yet. Probably in a couple months, I may be heading off to Europe for that to meet the friend from college that I mentioned before.
But you also helped your brother who is a cerebral palsy.
Yeah, we're going to be getting another wheelchair for him. It was
Good for you.
about time.
All right, good. So slowly but surely, we're kind of changing the world around us, huh?
Yeah.
That's great. All right, Joe, now here's how we play. You're 15 questions away from winning $1 million. You've been here before. The more questions you get right, the more money you win. Once you reach the $1,000 or the $32,000 level, you're guaranteed to leave here with at least that much money. And to help you win as much as possible, you have the 3 lifelines. You remember them very well. 50-50, ask the audience. Finally, you can, of course, phone a friend. So if you're ready, Joe Trela, why don't we do it one more time, okay? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Here we go. Okay, Joe, for $100, which of these letters is most associated with the fictional character Zorro? S, Z, Q, rejection.
That would be B, Z.
Yes, it was Z, of course, Zorro. $200. According to an old saying, a person who fusses over a little thing makes a mountain out of what? Sandcastle, molehill, rabbit hole, mashed potatoes.
That's going to be B, molehill.
Molehill, the right answer. $300, here it comes. What is the name for both a breed of dog and a 1950 women's hairstyle? Terrier, Beagle, Poodle, Bouffant.
I think it's going to be C, poodle. This is embarrassing.
Joe, you're $1 million winner.
Yeah, what the heck? Let's do that now. Let's just ask the audience to make sure.
Really?
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
All right, I understand. Sure. Joe needs your help, audience. On your keypads, using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. Well, there you go. 50% say Bouffant, 47% say Poodle, and 1% once saw a woman wearing a terrier hairdo. Want to call somebody, Joe? Joe, we're only up to $300.
I know. Oh, I thought it was poodle, but I know my hair. Yeah, poodle's a dog, Bouffant's a hairstyle. You know what? I think. Wow, this is pretty interesting. Not knowing it there. You know what? I'm just going to use it 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah. I mean, I can't get any further than this, and that's not going to help anybody. So, yeah, let's use it 50-50.
Okay, Joe. Computer, take away 2 of the wrong answers for Joe, leaving 1 wrong answer and the correct one.
Okay, that'd be C. Cool, man. I'll go with that.
Sure you don't want to make a phone call?
Well, the rates these days, we're going to go C, poodle.
Final answer.
Yes, C,
C, Poodle. Got it for $300. Whoa. We'll be back with Joe Trela in just a moment. Don't go away.
I may feel silly doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it.
Gonna go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to say a moth.
Gonna go for it? You're gonna say a moth. For $1 million, a moth. I gotta ask you this, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, a moth.
He just won $1 million! One of those very exciting television moments that we always remember, especially you.
Oh, yeah.
$1 million. Was your heart in your throat when I was, before I told you whether you won?
Yeah, his throat probably out about,
Yeah.
peaked about here.
Yeah, I'll bet. And your mother was sitting right behind you like she is today. Carmel, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Regis.
When you get home, Carmel, you'll tell him, there is no Buffon dog.
Well,
And I'll listen.
What charity are you playing for, Joe?
It's the VHL Family Alliance.
What are they about?
Well, VHL is a genetic disorder that causes, it's one of a family that causes small tumors to form in the bloodstream. And VHL Family Alliance, they support research and provide information with families and groups.
Terrific.
For that, about that
So you're
disorder.
going to split your winnings with them today.
Uh-huh.
All right, Joe, so here's where you stand. You're up to $300. You burned 2 lifelines on that question, but you had to stay in the game. You got 1 lifeline left. Why don't we do it? Let's play. For $500, the glue on what country's postage stamp is certified kosher? Turkey, Hungary, China, Israel.
That's going to be Israel.
Yes, it's Israel for $500. Here we are for $1,000 now. Which of the following magazine covers traditionally features a red border? Time, Rolling Stone, Cosmopolitan, TV Guide.
That's a time.
Time magazine with the red border, you're right. Here it comes now for $2,000, Joe. On what continent would you find the Amazon River? North America, South America, Africa, Asia.
That's B, South America.
Final answer?
Yes.
Amazon in South America, you're right, for $2,000. $4,000. What television sitcom popularized the phrase, kiss my grits? Alice, One Day at a Time, All in the Family, WKRP in Cincinnati.
I believe that's A, Alice.
Final answer?
Yes.
Yes, you're right, it was Alice. Kiss my grits. Picking up steam now, Joe. We're going for $8,000. In the 20th century, Walter Winchell gained influence over the American public through what medium? Political office, union leadership, gossip column, religious preaching.
It's quite a force on the radio. That's going to be C, gossip column.
That's your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Winchell had a gossip column. Very, very strong. 7 away from another million for Joe Trela, going for $16,000. Where did abolitionist John Brown's famous raid on a federal arsenal take place? Fort Sumner, Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, Harper's Ferry.
That's going to be D, Harper's Ferry.
That's your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Yes, and it was Harper's Ferry for $16,000. We're up to $32,000 right now. How many people currently make up the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff? 4, 6, 7, 8.
Let's see, Joint Chiefs of Staff. You got your Army, you got your Navy, you got your Air Force, you got your Marines. So I think I will say A.
4.
4.
Final?
Yes, it is.
No, Joe, it's 6. I'm sorry, so you go back to $1,000. Yeah, the answer was 6, Joe. Yeah, all right, well, sorry, old buddy. It's good to see you again, Joe. Thanks. Good luck to you. Joe, this way. Yes, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the heads of the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and a chairman and a vice chairman for many of the services. But it was great to see Joe again. Last time he struggled with that $32,000 question, but made it through. This time it stopped him. Now filling the Joe Trela seat is David Foreman from Laurel, Maryland. Welcome, David. Nice to have you with us. Now here is the next fastest finger question. Put these capitals in geographic order, starting in the U.S. and heading west. Beirut, Hanoi, Manila, Riyadh. Okay, everybody, time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order. Starting in the U.S. and heading west, Manila, Hanoi, Riyadh, Beirut. That's the right order. Who got it right in the fastest time? The winner is David Foreman. Ah. Ready to go for a million? Yeah, let's go. So it's David Foreman, who just joined us a few minutes ago, filling up Joe Trela's seat from Laurel, Maryland. You may remember him. He's a mathematician employed by the U.S. government. Nice to have you. And wife Paula back there again. How you doing, Paula? Nice to see you guys again. It's like seeing an old friend. Yeah. So what happened after you won your $250,000, David?
Well, getting that check with that amount of money with my name on it was quite a surreal experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at it for a long time?
Yep.
Hug it, kiss it, take it to bed with you?
Little bit.
And what did you do with it?
Most of it is being saved to buy a new house. We had been thinking about getting a new house before the prospect of getting on the show even came up.
Well, that's
so this will help a lot.
That's good. Now, your son gave you some Smarties, some little candies, right?
Yep.
Got them again?
You bet.
Did you take
Don't
a few
go
this
anywhere
morning?
without them. You bet I did.
Good for you. Then you're all set, huh?
I hope so.
You know the rules. You know about the lifelines, 50-50. Ask the audience, phone a friend. So if you're ready, David Foreman, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? $400. What are the names of the first man and woman mentioned in the Old Testament? Adam and Eve, Johnson and Johnson, Homer and Marge, Steve and Edie.
The answer is Adam and Eve.
Yes, of course, Adam and Eve. Began it all. For $200, what type of vehicle is traditionally associated with Santa Claus? Carriage, Harley, sleigh, jet ski.
The answer is sleigh.
Santa Claus rides on a sleigh for $200. $300, David. By definition, a harem consists of a group of what? Women, birds, soldiers, hares.
The answer is women.
Yes, a group of women constitute a harem. $500. Who could have exactly the same genetic code as you do? Your cousin, your mother, your father, your identical twin.
The answer is your identical twin.
That's right, identical twin. $1,000. According to a commercial, if someone asked you to pass the Grey Poupon, what condiment do they want? Ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, butter.
The answer is mustard.
Yes, you're right. Pass the Grey Poupon. We're going to take a break. When we come back, he's going for $2,000 with all of his lifelines intact, 10 away from $1 million.
Well, this very question came up just the other night, and I believe that the answer is John Lennon. And that will be my final answer.
You just won $250,000. That was the night that David Foreman won $250,000. And do you still get recognized out on the street down there in Laurel?
Every once in a while. It's died down a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Just saw your tape where you won that money. We got to get you a new blue shirt.
Well, actually, this shirt looks very similar to that shirt I was wearing, but it's not the same one because I got chocolate on that blue shirt and I couldn't get it out, so I had to get a new shirt.
I thought you'd be wearing your lucky blue shirt.
Well, I wanted to, but it has a chocolate stain on it.
All right, well. Now, you're playing for the American Red Cross. Why the Red Cross?
Well, they do a lot of good things, and a couple of years ago, I stopped for various reasons giving blood. And I thought I'd could make it up to them.
Sure.
By
All right,
winning
great.
some money for them.
Well, let's hope you win a lot of money today, all right? You're 10 questions away from winning $1 million. We're going for 2,000. Let's play. Here we go. Members of which rock band are famous for wearing long beards and sunglasses? Aerosmith, ZZ Top, the Black Crowes, the Verve.
I believe the answer is ZZ Top.
Final?
Final answer.
Got it for $2,000. ZZ Top. $4,000. A plant that moves to face the light is demonstrating which of the following? Osmosis, pollination, chlorosis, phototropism.
Phototropism.
Is that a guess?
No,
You know it.
no. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, all right. Want to make it your final answer?
Yes.
For $4,000, phototropism. The right answer, you got it. Hanging out on those lifelines, not like the last time. I think you used
I
one or
used
two.
two early last time.
Still made it to $250,000. All right, here it is for $8,000. Which of the following characters did not appear in the 1999 movie Star Wars: The Phantom Menace? Was it Han Solo, Queen Amidala, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jar Jar Binks?
I am not a big Star Wars fan, so I will ask the audience.
We can do that. Sure, audience, we need a little help here for David. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. .62% say Han Solo.
Okay, that's good enough for me. I'll say Han Solo.
Going with them? Make it your final answer?
Final answer.
Yes, they were right for $8,000. Han Solo, not in the 1999 version of Star Wars. Now we're 7 away from a million. 2 lifelines left, going for $16,000. Here it comes. Who was the president and founder of what is now known as Tuskegee University? George Washington Carver, Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Luther Burbank.
Booker T. Washington.
President and founder. Final answer.
Final answer.
Just won $16,000. Okay, here it comes now for $32,000. Tivoli Gardens, the famous amusement park, is located in which European city? Brussels, Copenhagen, Stockholm, Paris.
First inkling would be something that's not any of those.
No, David, it's got to be something.
Well, it's not one of those. Okay, well, I'm sure the answer is one of those.
But your first
So
inkling-
obviously I have no idea.
Now you're talking.
So, since I have no idea doing the 50-50, I would still have no idea. I think I will phone a friend.
Who are we going to call?
I will call Brian.
What does he do?
He works with me.
All right, fine. Is he the same guy we called last
Yes,
time?
he is.
No kidding.
But, yes, not for me. You called him the night before I was here.
Yeah, a friend of yours
Yeah.
was here. Right, okay, let's get Brian on the line, AT&T, and see if he can help us again.
Hello?
Hello, Brian.
Yes, Regis.
It's me again. It seems like I'm calling you every other week.
It's been
As a matter of
almost
fact-
2 months, Reg.
As a matter of fact, you should try to get on the show and be here yourself. Hello, Brian.
If only I were that smart.
Oh, well. People think you are, though, and we have your friend here, David Foreman, needs a little help right now, going for $32,000. So he's going to come on, read the question, the 4 answers. One of them's the right answer, okay?
Fire.
All right, fire away, David. You got 30
Okay.
seconds.
Tivoli Gardens, the famous amusement park, is located in which European city? Brussels, Copenhagen, Stockholm, or Paris?
Repeat the question.
Tivoli Gardens, the famous amusement park, is located in which European city? Brussels, Copenhagen, Stockholm, or Paris? 10 seconds.
Confident it's Copenhagen.
Okay, thank you.
Go with it.
Okay, I will. Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, he said. You say final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer, Copenhagen. The right answer for $32,000. All right, Rummage it back. He's going to 64, and he's 5 away from $1 million. David Foreman, Laurel, Maryland, in the hot seat right now, going for $64,000. Just completed a phone-a-friend question successfully. As a matter of fact, didn't one of your youngsters in kindergarten have several volunteers from the class?
Well, I volunteer at my son's kindergarten class once a month. And the time that I was there after the show that I was on aired, one of the kids there told me that he had seen me on the show, and he wished that I would have called him because he knew who the dog in Peter Pan was. And I have no doubt that he was telling me the truth.
Absolutely. I'm glad so many kids are watching and enjoying our show. All right, you won $32,000. You're 5 away from $1 million. We've got one lifeline left, David. 50-50. Let's play. Let's do it. Here we go for $64,000. Science fiction writer Anne McCaffrey is famous for her books about what creatures? Unicorns, centaurs, dragons, vampires. Anne McCaffrey.
See, I don't think the answer is vampires. I believe that's Anne Rice. I think I will use my 50-50.
Want to do it right now? Sure. Computer, take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Dragons or vampires?
Well, I will say dragons. I've never read any of her books, but I believe that it's not vampires. So I will go with dragons.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Dragons it is for $64,000. All right, now we're out of lifelines, but we're just 4 away from $1 million. We're going for $125,000 here. Try to get up to at least what you won the last time. He's playing for the American Red Cross and himself. So here it is now for $125,000. In 1994, musician and actor Ruben Blades ran for the president of what Central American country? Ecuador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama.
See, before the choices came up, I thought that the answer was Panama. So I will go with Panama.
Okay. Final answer.
Final answer.
You're right for $125,000. Three away from $1 million, going for $250,000. That's $250,000. If you lose here, you lose $93,000, David, but here it is for $250,000. In March 2000, what sports association was bought by former Microsoft executives? Continental Basketball, Professional Bowlers, Major League Soccer, Arena Football.
It's a good question.
Did you read about this?
Yeah, I have a vague recollection of this, and I think it's Professional Bowlers. I will say Professional Bowlers.
No kidding. We're going to risk it here, huh? Professional Bowlers.
Professional Bowlers.
David, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
He won it for $250,000. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the $500,000 question. Playing with our former champions tonight, David Foreman being one of them, won $250,000 here last February 24th. He's up to $250,000 right now, 50% going to the Red Cross. So we're going for $500,000 right now, 2 away from $1 million, no lifelines left. Here it comes. Let's play. For $500,000 to perform composer John Cage's 1952 piece, 4 minutes, 33 seconds. Which of these must a pianist do? Sit quietly, play with left hand only, sing, only play white keys. Familiar with this piece?
No, I'm not. Well, I think that, well, my first thought here is that I have no idea what the answer is. My second thought is that I think that 3 of these choices are probably not right. And my third thought is that I am not going to risk it. So I am going to walk away here.
With the $250,000. Well, all right. Can we take a look at the answer? The answer was to sit quietly.
Okay, well, that's not what my guess would have been.
All right. Well, listen, David, it was great seeing you again. Congratulations to you and the Red Cross, my man. There you go. Oh, what a great player. Pretty easy to tell how David won $250,000 twice on this show. He sits quietly, but in his head, he's a master of analysis. That's $125,000 for David Foreman and $125,000 for the American Red Cross. And now filling David Foreman's seat is David Rice from Miami Springs, Florida. Nice to see you again, David.
Thank you, Regis.
Okay, we're all set now. Let's do it. Here comes the next fastest finger question. Put the following books in the order they were first published, starting with the earliest. The Jungle, Bonfire of the Vanities, Crime and Punishment, In Cold Blood. Okay, everybody's finished. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the earliest. Crime and Punishment, The Jungle, In Cold Blood, Bonfire of the Vanities. That's the right order. Let's see who did it at the fastest time, and the winner is Michael Avitzur. Michael, how are you? Nice to see you again. Let's do it. Let's play. Mike Avitzur from New York City in our hot seat right now. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Won $250,000 last February 15th.
Right.
Right. And of course, your grandma Mildred and Mom Susan right behind you there. How you doing, ladies? Nice to see you. Grandma became a celebrity over the show, didn't she?
Something of it, yeah.
What happened, Grandma?
Well, everyone in the village that I live in found out about it because they published it in the paper.
Uh-huh. So people came up to you and...
They recognized me. People, of course, they didn't know. People from out of town who knew me very slightly.
Did they want autographs?
No, not quite.
Did they want money? What do they want?
Just to tell me that they were glad to see me.
Oh, that's
That
good.
was nice.
Well, we're glad you're back, Susan. Nice to see you, too. So, Mike, we're playing now for the American Heart Association.
Right.
You're going to split the money with them. That's good. And you know about the rules. You know about the lifelines. So why don't we do it? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire right now. Here it is for $100. According to a saying, what is considered 9/10 of the law? Politics, compassion, possession, Judge Judy.
It's C. Possession.
9/10 of the law, possession. You're right for $100. $200 coming up. What is the name of the framework that holds up a railroad bridge? Trundle, trestle, tarpaulin, Wonderbra.
That's B. Trestle.
Yes, it's a trestle that holds up the bridge. $300. Which of these candies comes on a stick? Hershey Kiss, Tootsie Pop, Tic Tacs, Snickers.
B.
Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop on a stick. You're right for $300 or $500. Where would you most likely be when handing money to a croupier? Toll booth, gas station, bakery, casino.
D, Casino.
Casino's the place. You're right. $500 for $1,000. To whom did Ernest say, hey, in nearly 2,500 TV commercials? Vern, Jim, Chet, Joe.
It was Hey Vern. Hey.
Hey, Vern, the right answer for $1,000. We'll break. We'll come back in a moment. He's going for $2,000, 10 away from $1 million.
I would not have known this if I hadn't read the book, but it is D, Vermeer.
D. Vermeer. $250,000. Final answer?
Yes.
Best book you ever read. You got it. Yeah, that was the night Mike Avitzur won $250,000 on that particular question. Since then, you've got a little goatee going.
A little one, yeah.
You're a single guy. You're an attorney. You work on a commission here in New York City that investigates police corruption.
Yeah.
And do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering if $250,000 would kind of spruce up your social calendar.
It hasn't made that much of a difference,
Yeah.
I've seen, no.
Has it made a difference to her?
Little, I guess.
Yeah. What did you do with all the money?
I bought some things I got something for my mom.
What'd you
stereo,
get? Stereo?
and VCR for my grandmother so she could watch the tape.
And she's still watching it, isn't she?
Yeah.
Night after night after night.
we
I'll
have to
bet.
pry her away.
Well, good. We'll give her a second tape to watch now. All right, Mike, here we go. We're going for $2,000, 10 away from $1 million. All three lifelines are with you. Let's play. $2,000. What is the hardest substance in the human body? Dentin, marrow, enamel, dermis.
It's for 1,000.
It's for $2,000.
I don't know what dentin is, but I think it's enamel.
You think it's enamel?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think whether I'm sure enough not to use a lifeline. And it's definitely not the other two, so I'm going to say C, enamel.
All right, want to make it your final answer?
Yeah.
Yes, it's enamel for $2,000. Isn't it funny that I remember that as a kid, hearing that as a kid years and years ago, and then it all came back to me. Same with you?
So you came back from somewhere, I don't know
Yeah.
where.
Dentin is the softer layer underneath the enamel.
Should have told me that a second.
I couldn't tell you. All right, 9 away from $1 million for $4,000. Check it out. In the TV series Mad About You, what is the profession of Paul Reiser's character? Professor of history, documentary filmmaker, tax lawyer, radio talk show host.
He's a documentary. Well, hang on a second. One of them's a documentary filmmaker. I can't remember what she does, but yeah, he's a documentary filmmaker. B.
Final answer.
Yes.
That's what he does. He makes documentaries for $4,000. Oh, boy, all right. Okay, that sound means that we're out of time for tonight, but Michael will be back here on Tuesday night, and joining him will be our remaining champions, and they are John Carpenter, Dan Blonsky, David Rice, Michael Shutterly, Rob Coughlin, Tim Shields, Stephanie Girardi, Mike Menz, Neil Larimore, and Tom Ashton. Qualified to become a contestant, pick up a touchtone phone between the hours 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. Eastern Time and call 1-800-433-8321. A limit of 1 call per person each contest day. And the phone lines close Tuesday, May 30th at 2 a.m. Eastern Time. The season finale of the practice coming up next right here on ABC. So stay here, and we'll see you back here Tuesday night. At what time, Michael?
8, 7 Central.
All right, from New York, everybody. Good night.